A historic chapter in space exploration is unfolding as NASA's latest deep space mission continues to capture global attention, marking the first crewed journey beyond Earth's orbit in more than 5 decades. The mission, part of NASA's Artemis program, has taken astronauts farther into deep space than any human has traveled since the Apollo era, offering rare views of the moon and beyond, along with valuable scientific data that researchers say will shape future exploration. Officials involved in the mission say it has already delivered a wide range of breakthroughs. Alongside breathtaking images of deep space, the crew has been conducting extensive scientific experiments focused on lunar conditions, radiation exposure, and the effects of long-duration space travel on the human body. Early findings are expected to provide critical insight once the astronauts return, especially regarding how the human body adapts to deep space environments and extended periods away from Earth. Inside the spacecraft, known as Orion, the crew has also been testing day-to-day living conditions in space, from exercise routines to onboard systems, and even handling unexpected technical issues. At one point, the astronauts were required to troubleshoot a malfunction aboard the capsule, highlighting the level of adaptability required during deep space missions. Now, attention is turning to one of the most dangerous phases of the mission, re-entry into Earth's atmosphere. The spacecraft is expected to return at speeds reaching nearly 24,000 miles per hour. At this velocity, precision becomes absolutely critical. Even the smallest deviation in angle during re-entry could determine the success or failure of the landing sequence. Mission experts explain that the spacecraft must hit the atmosphere at an extremely precise trajectory with less than a 1-degree margin of error. As it re-enters, it will encounter extreme heat and pressure, relying on its heat shield to protect the crew during what is known as the atmospheric fireball phase. During this stage, communication with the spacecraft will be temporarily lost for several minutes, a normal but intense part of re-entry when plasma surrounds the capsule. After that brief blackout period, a rapid sequence of events will follow, including parachute deployment and final descent preparations, all leading to splashdown just minutes later. Beyond the technical achievement, the mission has also drawn attention for the emotional bond formed among the crew. Throughout the journey, the astronauts have shared deeply personal moments, including a tribute to a loved one by naming a lunar feature in her memory, a gesture that resonated widely with audiences around the world. Officials say the crew's unity has been one of the mission's strongest assets. Selected years in advance, the astronauts trained and lived together for an extended period, developing the teamwork and trust required for such a high-risk mission. Their shared mindset reflects a broader goal, not just completing a historic flight, but paving the way for future missions that will eventually return humans to the moon and beyond. As the spacecraft prepares for its dramatic return, the world now watches closely as NASA moves one step closer to the next era of human space exploration.